1890s vintage Morgan dollars. We're talking about the keys to the entire series. During that time frame, you have the 93S, the killer, the #1 coin. And then you have, well, the other rarities in the series as well. But there's one coin that just gets no respect. It's kind of like the Rodney Dangerfield Morgan dollar of the 1890s. And we're going to talk about the numbers behind this one because I still can't figure it out. And I've been doing this, well, from going back to when I actually had some hair. Tonight, we're going to be talking about, for a few minutes anyways, that beautiful 1891 Philly, uncirculated, and our price tonight, under $100. So as I referenced, vintage figures are part of the deal. How many did you make to start? And those coins I rattled off earlier, the 93S with 100,000 coins made. When you start with a very, very small number, you understand why there's a very small number still today. But when you get to the others, you start looking at them and it's like, okay, the Morgan dollar, Philadelphia, was struck all 27 consecutive years. With the 8 tail feather, there's 28 actual Philadelphias. And this one by mintage figure ranks number 12. So one of the better coins, right? 8.6 million. But when you compare that to a couple 100,000, people go, oh, I got to have that coin instead. Look at all of the information. Many of you might have the same experience that I had over the years, which is, all right, you look at the guidebooks, old school, prior to the grading services being part of our culture. And that was the late 1980s, right? NGC and PCGS, ANAX all started the boot at that point. Only way you knew what was and what wasn't was your frequency of seeing these at the shows you're attending. And you keep your notes, and the prices go along with it. I can't find it, right? Even though the mintages are high, it just means it's not out there. Now you have the grading services come in. And they've been doing this for over 40 years now. So we have this thing called Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is, well, Chapter 1 is how many were made, mintage figures. Chapter 2 is how many have been seen in 40 years, all grades, to give us a parameter. Because if you look at like the 81S, one of the most beautiful Morgans of all time, they've seen 500,000, closer to 600,000 coins in 40 years. It's not the same coin 600,000 times. But then you get to some of these other coins, and it's like, okay, how about the rarest Carson City, the 1885? Very small mintage, 228,000, but because of the GSA in the early 1970s, we have a situation today where, well, coins are out there and available. 60,051 of them is what they've graded, all grades, NG and PC combined. $1,000 coin. Then you look at others like the 1899P, second lowest mintage, Philadelphia. All right? They made only 330,000 of those coins. If you go and look at the combined, how many have we seen? It's 32,965 as of today. And there are many, many others that are just like that. All $700, $800, $1,000 coins. Then you look at the 1891. Right? I told you, 8.6 million. So the mintage is on the lower side, number 12 out of 27, plus the 8, 28. If you add up NGC and PCGS, the number's 24,653. Yeah. Under all the other more expensive coins. We all understand supply and demand is the flow of how most collectibles work. How many people want it versus how few are out there. And it drives. Popularity has another significant impact. The Carson City Mint always drives us because we love that Wild West story. But inside of all of the Morgans, the P's, the D's, the S's, the O's, the CC's, there are a few coins that have these crazy stories. Today, the stories being under-recognized for how rare they really are. Again, 24,000 and change known versus like the 1899 at 32,000. Even the 8 tail feather has 40,870 as of today, NG and PC. All those coins are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars more than this one is. My competition has this one available right now on their site, $199. We're half the price. All the beauty, all the rarity. Gorgeous uncirculated. Guys, give me a 30-second clock, please. Only had a handful of these. Got to buy them right to have a price like this. And they just come as part of deals. And again, if you're hunting for 1891s, just go to a local show. How many can you find? You might be zonked for many of them. And that is because they're just not out there. We don't know what the Pittman Act did to this particular coin, but our assumptions are it didn't help it. So tonight, that elusive, that special 1891 Philly in uncirculated condition, gorgeous coins. And our price, under $100. Big time winner.